What's up, guys? We've got a 05 to 10 Dodge Magnum here. This is an 07. There's no videos on YouTube, so I figured I might as well make one to help you out. It's changing or messing with or whatever, accessing the front dash speakers. A how-to. You find a bunch on chargers and stuff like that, which is just as easy as popping that out, but it's a little different on a charger. Magnums are kind of they're not bad, but they're definitely worse than all the other ones. Let me show you kind of what you got to do here. I've kind of started a little bit. Your weather stripping on the side, you're just gonna pull that down, and you've got to remove your A-pillar trim, which down here on the bottom you can see the pillar goes down through this top section here. So you have to remove this first. Let me show you what happens here. So you're going to pop this down up here. And this clip, it's kind of hard to show you here, will release that much. So what you're going to do then is you're going to get your fingers behind here on this, and you're going to actually squeeze this, and then that'll allow this to pull completely out of this hole right here. And that's how you completely remove this. You have to squeeze on the sides of that tab and then remove that. Now to get this up, it's going to be hard to kind of show you one-handed, but you're going to start over there and pull on it. And then the problem is under here you've got these tabs. There's one there, and you can see the metal stuck in the dash, so you're gonna have to pull these out and put them back on the plastic. And then there's another one in there, and they use these stupid metal tabs, which if you've ever messed with those before, you know they're a bear and a half to get out. So just use your little plastic trim tool. You can kind of work your way around there. Be careful, don't damage your dash. And then you can get yourself a metal trim tool to actually go inside and release those metal tabs. So I'll attempt to show you on this side. It's impossible to do it one-handed probably, but I'm just going to grab your seal, tug on that, pull it away, and you're going to pop your trim, and you can see it only comes out a little ways. So then you got to get under here, which again, it's easier said than done. You're going to pinch these tabs so it pulls away. It's interesting. I wonder how I did that. Then you're just going to kind of wiggle this up and out of there. Which I'm going to do with two hands because I don't want to scratch anything. Alright, so once you work all of you get your metal tool under there and you work all of the trim clips out of there, there's more all the way against the base of the windshield, and those ones are kind of a bear to get. But once you get it, you can take this whole panel out, which I'm going to do with two hands. Alright, so you got that out. Now you can access your speakers on both sides. And it's a good time too to replace your old rotten foam and clean up all this stuff. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's factory or not. It's kind of weird. I don't know. But I've also got a dash creak that's starting. So I'm going to investigate that and maybe add some more foam all the way around. Kind of stop that too. Two birds with one stone here. So, yeah. What I'm going to use to get to those screws is just one of these Milwaukee 1/4 inch little bit driver ratchets. And that'll get all up in there. Alright, so I got the speaker out, and this one happens to have the kicker factory system, and you know, I really wish that they wouldn't have used kicker. I wish they would have chose literally any other brand, because kicker, for whatever reason, they're always behind the curve, and they use foam surrounds, which, come on man, it's not a Sherwin Vega, it's not 1975. Why do you have a foam surround? I know other automotive manufacturers use factory speakers that have foam surrounds too. It's not just kicker. But as far as, quote, aftermarket audio companies, Kicker is one of the only ones that still uses foam. So these are brittle and they're broken up and they're cracked. Obviously this is a two-way speaker. The tweeter, can't really see it on the inside there, but it's got a resistor on it. But what I'm going to do is put a resistor in main line to basically turn this whole speaker into a tweeter, because as it is, there's way too much power going to these dash speakers on these factory vehicles, to the point where it's so overpowering you can't even hear the door speakers. It's dash only, and if you own one of these cars, you know that to be fact. And even if you run your fade more toward the rear, then it's not centered and it sounds like crap. So I'm going to put a fat resistor on both of these dash speakers to basically use them as tweeters, and it's going to cut the power down just a little bit to them. So hopefully that works in my favor. So I'm not a big fan of altering or changing factory equipped audio stuff. I do in some circumstances, but sometimes I just don't want to. So I cooked up some I guess sub harnesses, because I did not want to cut into the factory ones, which would have been a lot easier and a lot quicker. But these should work. Alright, going back together here. Let me try to make this clip a little easier for you. You can pop this part off of your A-pillar. If you can actually see that, you can pop that back into your hole there. So then when you put your A-pillar trim back in, there it goes. Now you can line that bottom clip back up. Which isn't real easy to do one-handed, but there you go. That's how you get that back on. And put your weather stripping back, and that's it. She done ski.